Hi people. Let's talk about the concept of sacrilege. And it's I find it as a word that is mostly use it on either religious or spiritual or non-spiritual concept. Basically, just it's like just misuse of a particular good, taking that which is holy and try to use it for the purpose that it was not designed for it. Like you want to harvest people's energy and then use that energy to generate financial resources, basically money. Then there's nothing else beyond that money, because in order to appreciate the energy of the world currently, you have to pick the characters of the energy that is within it. So you picked control, you picked the aspect of betrayal. So we'll just be picking these words as we go, because within everything there's a character in it, and there are words that are being used to shape that character. It's like a structure. If you're building an apartment or a mansion, there's material you're going to use. Then there's a certain kind of labor that you require. So all those are parts, the same way your body has parts. A structure has to have parts. The purpose of the parts is to complete the structure, to play a role in the structure. Because why we pick sacrilege is because so many people, maybe they are aware or they are not aware. All these aspects that you see, just people dying around people, either they are sick or just natural causes, have been used as a cover-up to do sacrifices on people. Because if someone just dies of sickness, you just think it's natural and you just let it go. People don't know that the aspect of a disease is actually a demon attachment to your own soul. So something drains your soul, creates instability. Consider yourself like this building with 100 rooms, and all the rooms have lighting in them. Then the level of electricity starts reducing, so the lighting becomes dim. So in order for you to have certain rooms to have more light, certain rooms you have to switch off the light, so that you maintain the level of brightness at its optimum level in certain rooms. So the rooms that you have switched off the lights, you'll not be able to see the happenings within them. Unless you can see through darkness, which most people have already shut down the aspect of intuition. They have shrunk themselves, because like I said, most people are not humble, they are just down to earth. Shrinking yourself does not make you humble. It makes you worse, because you are distancing yourself from yourself. If that makes sense. You have an aspect of self, but now you are distant from it. And that aspect of social distancing from yourself It's like a concept of a 5G network. The farther you go from these towers, the less the network stability. So the farther you keep shrinking yourself from your spirit, because your spirit is this giant, and the more you shrink yourself from it, the more you keep disconnecting. That's why when you tell people certain things, they think it's far-fetched, because the aspect of discernment has been so diminished and understanding to a point where everything that you tell them looks like a superhero movie. And it's many people. That's why, like I said, we have to look into these religious aspects. We are not really digging deeper, like in the said books, like to quote, oh, the Bible says this, Quran says this book says this. We are picking the concepts that people pick as general. Because in order to appreciate and let people grow in their truth, just show them the way, and then you let them learn through those ways too, on how they can be big on themselves. Because each and every one of us has their own personal journey, and a personal journey is appreciated when a person is able to walk on their own. You just show them the direction, and then from there they know. Each and everyone knows their own journey. But if you want your own teacher or your own guide to be always there to guide you throughout, they will guide you on their own path, because within you it's a path, and the paths are different. The path will always be different. That's why, like I said, if you sit there and you wait for these teachers to read for you these said manuscripts, they're going to guide you according to their own way and thought, and it will never match with your journey. Because they are supposed just to show you your own abilities, and now from there you see how you're going to use the same abilities in your own journey. So we talk about the aspect of sacrilege. Like I mentioned, you just see someone just when you notice that certain rooms do not have light, it's your own soul energy diminishing. And when it diminishes, your body becomes weak. And if it becomes weak, what happens when your defenses are weak? You will be invaded. Sometimes someone can throw some things to make your defense weaker, because your walls were already down. That's why I always speak the aspect of free will, which is the most powerful gift that the Most I gave to humans. So every time I hear people say, Jesus take the wheel, or this other person take the wheel, Jesus himself says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. And he also says, carry your own cross. So why do you want to hand him your own cross when he already told you to carry your own cross? Because people don't read the manuscripts. And every time they experience a slight sense of success, they think someone else did it for them. They distance their own success. They distance themselves from their own success. That's why most people cannot explain how they have actually made it in life. They want to tell you, oh, it's God. Yes, it's God within yourself. As soon as you distance yourself from the God within, you already do not know, and you will lose all that you have gained. And when you realize you're losing all that you gain, you are going to find other means to recover it, which is mostly to sign all these contracts. You see.